Hello, denizens. Welcome once again to former network executive reaction to Rings of Power, Episode 3. This was the show that would confirm whether ROP just had a slow start out of the gate, or if it's as bad or as brilliant as the assembling factions make it out to be. But you know me. I am the former network executive. You don't come here for a blow-by-blow review of some Tinseltown excretion. I'm not going to get emotional over pixels on the screen. I don't care about the lore. I don't care about the fans. What I am interested in is how Rings of Power has become the nexus for our brave new entertainment world. Here's my review of ROP Episode 3 in one word: serviceable. I will get to more thoughts on the show, but first, I want to talk to you about what Rings of Power once again proves: that Hollywood doesn't get it. Your marshalling of Jackson's Lord of the Rings actors and creatives behind another Amazon product, The Boys, to take a swipe at the fandom menace, the racists, the misogynists, all the monsters under your social media corporate bed, and going back to, like, Ewan McGregor's weepy defense of Moses Ingram from his car, the Hollywood trade publications' endless fart-catching for the studios, you just don't get it. Listen to me. What you are witnessing is the new entertainment. The rage tubers, the reviewers, the commenters commenting on comments. We don't need you to entertain us. We are entertaining ourselves just fine. I realized with my channel that my videos represented only a spark to light the fire. Social media is the entertainment, not me, as much as I know you love me. You made this crappy show, and an industry of YouTube videos and punditry has blossomed from it. Disney had its vomitorium of recent Star Wars and Marvel deformations. Kurtzman Trek, you are a nexus only. This is, in its totality, the new entertainment. This is the new reality. It is especially true for shows that exist only in the digital realm of streaming. A traditional network broadcaster can ignore us because much of their audience can barely operate the clapper. Sorry, but not here. While social media is not the all-encompassing entity people make it out to be, Hollywood is drunk on Twitter. What is a show? Well, it's everything. You can't break it down into its component parts. You are fighting a war with 20-year-old weapons. You just don't get it. Sure, you can waste your time trying to attack the front line of the fandom menace. Yes, there are rage tubers, but they come in different flavors. The passionate ones do not want to see you fail. Get that through your heads before you level accusations of racism at them. We do want to see you hoisted on your own petards for your sanctimonious pronouncements. Well, we actually love that. You hate us mainly because you can't control us. And more people trust us for our opinions over your controlled pipeline of lubed sycophants. The next group of rage tubers are people who just want to build their YouTube channel. No different from the time when Apple was the train to catch. Yes, YouTube with its algorithm and monetization methods encourage ne'er-do-wells and the creatively bereft to join the economy of nothing. I have a video on that also. Live with it. Then finally, there are the people who comment. Why do people post things like, "I agree, preach, brother," or You're a fat ass. Why? Because they want to. You panicked. Woke Hollywood twats see these as individual assaults. No, the comments are energy. One big growing ball of energy. Are there hateful comments? Yeah, sure. Most of the bad stuff is just trolls who find themselves entertaining and like to sniff their own poo smears. Shitposts are part of the commentary energy, but only encompass a fraction of it. You can't control energy, yet you continue to try. And here's the irony. Your flaccid mischaracterizations and all-out lies of the majority of the fandom menace sends more people into its arms. You aren't going to win this unless you can find a way to shut YouTube down. Sending tired old actors like Whoopi Goldberg after us is not going to work. But I have another great idea that you Hollywoke might try. Come closer. I don't want anyone else to hear. Make good products that people want to watch. That's it. And all those horrible people will go away. If your marketing centers around diversity and how many gay and trans people you employed on a show, we probably won't watch it. Not because we're ists or phobes, but we tend to prefer story and characters. Now that I've gotten all that out of the way, let me get back to episode 3, Rings of Power. Wow, this is going to be anticlimactic. Looking at the show dispassionately, as I said earlier, it's serviceable. The atmosphere is kind of Tolkien-esque, but the story and the set pieces are more traditional TV. Hallbrand trapped in an alleyway, big guys come up and beat him up, fight ensues. There's the part with Arondir and other enslaved elves trying to escape from their orc masters. I didn't think it was done particularly well. Kind of cheap, ironically, but what do I know? I have no problem with Arondir. I'm sure he'll become a sexy favorite. Watching Galadriel and Queen Regent Miriel, is that how you pronounce it? It seems the burden of carrying a show like this is just too great for women to carry. Now, before you grab your pitchforks, hear me out. Because of the importance of this show and because of the producers fixating on diversity, inclusion, and equity, the strong women in this show are overburdened with seriousness, valor, gravitas, and terrible dialogue. Where are the wry smiles and bad jokes? The stuff men can pull off and still appear strong. Actually, Cara Dune pulled it off, but we can't talk about her in polite company. I'm going to be charitable and blame the stiff performances of these women of power on the script and direction. It's all quite farcical to watch, and it didn't help that Galadriel was a total spoiled bitch in Numenor. No strategic thinking whatsoever. Giving her some sly maneuvering would have provided a fresh dimension to her character. It was nice to see her smiling during a brief horse riding sequence. This reminded me of several women I know who love their horses but hate men. Anyway, the show goes to a library of scrolls, the mystery box expands, there's a family squabble between a young Isildur and his dad, Queen Regent Miriel is plotting something. Not much of this was particularly interesting to me. As I said, the show was serviceable. If they had paired Galadriel with Dilly Brandyfoot, wonderfully played by Bo Cassidy, they could have had a Middle-earth Xena warrior princess adventure show. I think that would have been more interesting. As it stands, Rings of Power's great woke experiment has turned out to be no more inspiring than adding furnishings to your house. The heroic representation is underbaked. If you compare Galadriel to Chris Pratt's character in Terminal List, you have a standoffish woman who is condescending to everyone, mostly men, and Reese, who is loyal, loves his men, his family, is broken, and not afraid to hug a man when his grief overwhelms him. Wow, that Terminal List sounds like a chick show to me. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.